I'm reading Evie, and today I'm going to talk about The Ghost in the Christmas Spirit by Bobbi Holmes, Haunting Danielle number 23. Just moving right along. It's once again Christmas time at Marlow House, and the mediums of Beast Drive have all decided to stay at Frederickport for the holiday. Surprises await for them when the true spirit of Christmas comes for a visit. Do you believe in Santa Claus? Poor Chris's house burned down. Poor. He got distracted and didn't turn the correct burner off when he started talking on the phone with Heather. I made a typo. Talking to on the phone. Thank God he's rich. He decided to just build a new house. He was like, meh. He's like, I always wanted to. It's odd. Someone named Colin is messing with Owen? Question mark, question mark? And Owen is watching over Marcellus and her husband. Colin caused some plumbing issues for him and Owen, so they'd have to stay somewhere else. Ruby asked Danny if she would board with them. We have heard of Ruby before. She owns the Seaside Motel or Hotel or something like that. Whatever it's called. Anyways, I feel like Danny is a tad more rude to Marie ever since she became a ghost. Nothing downright rude or anything, and it's really more impatient, I would say. Nothing like, I don't know. I would guess just impatient. Ever since she became a spirit, it's a little weird. But I guess if you have a ghost always just popping into your kitchen and random personal spaces, it might tend to make you a little grouchy. A lot of people are cringing in this book. Every other time it'd be like, he cringed, she cringed. It's like, pick a different word, author, come on. It wasn't like that in the other one. It was either that and she considered his question, or he considered her question. Stop considering everything. Marcellus and her husband worked for the little old lady, Eloise, that kept being mentioned. Danny bought an old Christmas shoe from a shop, and boy did we ever hear about this dang Christmas shoe. Anyway, she bought the Christmas shoe from a shop selling her stuff after she passed. They worked for, I think, 20 years or so, maybe. They weren't mentioned in the will either because the old lady didn't trust them. So now they're trying to steal that shoe from Danny and broke into her house during Chris's fire. Or was it the shoe they were trying to steal? It was not. Spoiler alert. It made it seem like it was the shoe, but there was also a picture frame that I will get to. Owen, one of the guests for Danny, is stalking Elizabeth, the local art expert or whatever. She teaches art, but I don't think it's at the public school. I think it's just some art classes. And then she also moonlights for the police for their police sketch artists sometimes. But I don't think she gets paid for that. So, just kind of volunteers. But why is Owen stalking her? He seems like a nice guy, though, so it's a little weird. He was recently divorced, and then that was about it. Did I mention him later? Yeah. But it was just odd. What is happening? Colin is a retired priest. I wonder what he's doing. Colin is a retired priest. I wonder what he's doing here, messing with Owen. The plot said something about Santa. Is he him? Because I say messing with, it's not anything cruel. It was just the plumbing, keeping an eye on him, and made it to where they have to stay at Danny's. Which I never learned why that was important. I guess maybe just because they're mediums. I don't know. The author brought herself up when Ian was talking about Christmas stuff he read online. A Christmas Family Diary. It is real. I looked it up. It's good advertising, I guess. Kind of reminds me of the Sherilyn Kenyon thing I brought up in a video. What's it? Night Play, I think. So go check that out. Speaking of advertising. Pearl fell off a ladder and she was trapped for hours outside in the cold. I thought for sure she was dead because after the fall, it made it seem like she was just getting up and walking away, but I guess it was just maybe she positioned herself a little bit better. Maybe got the ladder a little bit off of her, but she couldn't move it fully. I don't know. But Finally, she got the attention of Colin, who spoke with Honey. So I'm definitely thinking he's Santa now. Because he was in the house, in the kitchen, I think, or in the dining room. No, dining room. They were sitting having dinner, and this was, I think, on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. No, whatever. Anyways, they were having dinner, and he, like, somehow just heard her kind of yelling for help after she finally, or no, it wasn't yelling. She found a rock and was hitting it on the ladder to make the noise. Which also reminded me of Grey's Anatomy, the plane crash. But I digress. So somehow he heard that. And we learned that he could speak to Honey. And Chris, his dog. And so Honey went and dug up underneath the fence to help her. Oh, and then she went and got the other people's attention. That's what it was. It's like I don't remember how she helped. But yeah, she went and then got Walt. That's what it was. Who then finally saved her, Pearl. So Pearl did not die. Which I was kind of sad for her, like, when I thought she was dead, but she's so hateful. I really would not care. I cared a little bit. Owen also was telling a Christmas story where he and his brother thought they saw Santa, but as they grew older, they assumed it was from lights or something else, or like an airplane or something. Pearl is still being hateful towards Danny. How ridiculous. Did I mention... Okay. I didn't mention it later. I'll mention it again. But she's still sweet on Honey, or not still, she is now sweet on Honey. So there's that at least. Whatever. Yeah. But whatever, I guess. Marcellus and her husband, Forrest, is now breaking into the Marlow House, while Lily and Ian are having a Christmas party. Unfortunately for them, Colin and Danny came back. So Colin knew and somehow made up a story for him to have to come back. Suspicious. Interesting, whatever it was they want is in the picture frame they were going to give to Adam because it was of his great-grandfather. I think Walt? No, Walt's grandfather. Something like that. Whatever. Chris had checked that out already, though, but apparently not well enough. The engagement ring Eloise supposedly sold is in the picture frame somehow. It explained it, but it was just like basically a secret compartment. Ow. Sorry, I like moved my arm a certain way and it like tingled. Must have pinched a nerve there. Eloise, I cannot say her name, made a change in her will to include Marcellus and Forrest after all. Aww. The old lady wasn't that rude. I can't remember what they got. I think her estate or something. Well, not the whole estate, but... Owen is Elizabeth's brother. That's why he was following her, trying to get courage to speak with her. They haven't seen each other in 16 years. He also used to go by Mark, his middle name, and they have different dads, so different last names. Which reminded me of my family. Me, my mother, and brother all had different last names. And he also has a beard now, so that's why Elizabeth didn't really recognize him from afar. She just noticed that, some man just kept following her and was getting a little scared. But yeah, so it was just the brother. The family got reunited. Happy ending. Happy, happy, happy. And the dang Christmas shoe that kept being mentioned is the Smarts. Yeah, because she told a story also about their Christmas shoe. I still don't even know what a Christmas shoe is. I kept meaning to Google it. I probably will after this video. But, so, turns out it was that same one. Who knew? I kind of figured it would be just because, what are the odds? But, yeah. All Evan wanted for Christmas was one more Christmas with a family, including his mother, who passed away a few years ago, and Santa gave it to him. Aww. It was just like that dream that Walt gave Danny with all of her family. I was crying. I was like, because he's, no, not 6 anymore. He's like 8, I think, yeah. Because he's gotten a little older. Obviously, as the years, progress. That happens. So yeah, he's like 8 now, but still a little boy. Kind of tearing up thinking about it. Chief is a single dad, just doing his best. Pearl thanked Honey for saving her, but yet is rude to the humans who did save her. Typical. I'm just glad she at least wants to leave Honey alone, because I kept being afraid that something bad would happen to Honey, because she's a pit bull, and we all know how people feel about pit bulls. Stupid, but whatever. I could go on an entire rant about that, but I won't. I will save you from that. But she at least is fine with Honey. But still not fine with the neighbors who did save her life, but make that make sense, I guess. I guess plot armor, because we can't be having anything happen to, Chris's dog. I guess. I don't know. It's not like he's the main character, but, whatever it takes. So Nicholas is an angel, not a ghost, and he is basically who Santa was inspired by. So now we have angels. Or maybe I was kind of leaning maybe towards a ghost, and maybe they were just like calling him like an angel, like to be sweet, but I don't think so. I think he is an angel. So then are there demons? Crowley? I think that was it. So let me know what you thought of The Ghost and the Christmas Spirit, and if you liked it any better or worse than the last Christmas book, which I've read like 3 this year already. 1. No, there it is. Yep, that was my 3rd Christmas book. The timeline is not adding up here. Unless The Ghost Who Came for Christmas is the one where we first met Chris. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, so it is adding up. So yeah, this is, I think, Danny's 3rd year at Marlow's house. So, yay. I hope to continue. I'm just kidding, I will continue. Anyways, let me know what you thought. Bye.